You know alkenes undergo addition reactions. So amongst properties, its reactions are addition reactions. The simple ones you have already done. If there are two bromine atoms, one will get attached here, the other will get attached here. So it will become CH2Br, CH2Br. 1, 2 dibromoethane. Similarly here, one bromine attaches here, one bromine attaches here. So it becomes CH3, CHBr here and single bond CH2Br. So in addition reactions, double bonds will change into single bonds. Now see here, there is a double bond at this point. So attachment will be at this carbon atom and this carbon atom. Wherever there is the functional group, it can be OH, it can be Br, wherever functional groups are present, reactions take place at that point. At the moment, functional group is a double bond. So Br will get attached here, one Br will get attached here. So it becomes CH3, CHBr, CHBr and CH3. Both these CH will get 1,1Br and will change into a single bond compound. Now see another situation. Supposing instead of bromine, I am using HBr. Now in bromine both the bromine atoms were same. So wherever you attach it does not matter. Now in this case let me rewrite it. CH2 double bond CH2 plus HBr. So again you have learned before, on one side H will come, on another side Br will come and it will become CH3, this one, single bond CH2Br. The second situation. Supposing my compound is CH3CH double bond CH2, which is propene, plus HBr. Now I have to think where H can go and where Br can go. In this case, both the carbon atom had same number of hydrogen atom. Even if you had written Br here and H here, it would not make any difference. Let's try what will form. If I have written here Br, let me write the opposite way. Supposing now I say Br comes here and H comes here. So your product becomes CH2Br single bond CH3 because this has come here. So between these two compounds there is no difference. This is also 1-bromoethane, this is also 1-bromoethane. So when the compound is a symmetrical compound, that is it has the same number of hydrogen atoms against a double bond, it does not matter where you attach what. But if you have a compound like this where double bond is present here, this C contains only one hydrogen, this C contains two hydrogens. Then you will divide this compound into positive and negative. And negative will attach to that carbon atom which has less hydrogens and hydrogen will come here, right? And this is called Marconi-Koff's rule. So negative of the compound will attach to that carbon atom which has less hydrogens. So now my product becomes CH3, CHBr and CH3. So 2-bromopropane will be formed. Now in the same compound, if I now react, any compound that you are reacting which has positive and negative end, you will use the same rule. If I say water, now water contains HOH, so OH is negative. That means OH will come to this carbon atom, H will come to this carbon atom. So my product will become CH3, CHOH, CH3. So OH has come in the middle, H has come here, prop 2 all is being formed. So whenever there is an unsymmetrical alkene an unsymmetrical reagent, compound which is reacting has two different things. This also had two different things. Then the negative of that reagent, that attacking reagent, that compound which is reacting, will react with that carbon atom, will attach to that carbon atom which has less number of hydrogens. Now next reaction is known as reductive ozonolysis. Ozonolysis means I am reacting with ozone. So there is a double bond here. There are 3 oxygen atoms. So we will write down CH2, remove this double bond and write oxygen atoms here. Think that it's kind of a hut is formed. That is, against these 2 carbon atoms, all 3 hydrogen atoms are attached. Now in the second step, because this is called reductive ozonolysis, in the second step it reacts with zinc in presence of water and divides this compound into 2 parts. One part is CH2O, another part is CH2O. So my product is CH2O plus CH2O plus H2O2. This H2O and this O makes it H2O2. Now what is this CH2O? CH2O means 1 carbon atom which contains 2 hydrogen atoms and 1 oxygen atom. Oxygen atom is a double bond. Yeah, oxygen's valency is 2. So I'll have to write it like this. So this is an aldehyde. So this is methanol. So 2 molecules of methanol are formed plus H2O. Second compound. I'll remove this double bond and attach oxygen atoms at this point. So now my product will become, let me remove this. So my product becomes CH3CH, oxygen atom, CH2, oxygen atom, oxygen atom. So against these 2 carbon atoms, I have put 3 oxygen atoms. Again, in the second step, I will divide this into 2 parts. So I'll say second step, in presence of zinc and water, reduction will take place. One compound will be CH3CHO, the other again CH2O means methanol. So my one product is CH3CH double bond O, CH3CH, this oxygen atom, oxygen's valency 2, so I've written double bond, plus CH2O, which means HCHO. So ethanol and methanol are formed. When ozonolysis takes place, either aldehydes are formed in the end or ketones are formed in the end. Let me show you how a ketone will be formed. So my compound, supposing, is this. Supposing this is the compound. So this is an alkene. I'll have to put, if I'm reacting with ozone, I'll have to put the hut at this point. So I'll write CH3CCH3, this as such. Then a hut here. I hope you understand. I have put oxygen atoms between these 2 carbon atoms, right? Now again, I'll divide the compound into 2 in the next step. If I divide it into 2 in presence of zinc and water, my one compound is this one, CH3CCH3NO. So I'll write it this way, CH3CCH3 double bond O. I can write it here or I can write it here. Plus again, CH2O means HCHO. So this is a ketone, CH, because CO is in the middle. So this is prop-2-one and methanol. Now supposing a question says, and alkene on reductive ozonolysis gives ethanol, one compound, and the other compound is prop-2-one. Name the alkene. This is the opposite of what we have done just now. I had done ozonolysis and it gave me either ketones or aldehydes. Now the question says that this is being given, tell me the alkene. So your step is, you will first write down their formulas. CH3CHO is ethanol. Second compound is prop-2-one. CH3CO, CH3 is prop-2-one. Now put them in such a way that O and O are facing each other. So I'll write CH3CHO, and from this side I can say, I'm starting from here, C double bond O. This C contains one CH3 and another CH3. I'm just tilting the compound. So now O and O are facing each other. Once they are facing each other, just remove them and start writing the whole compound together. So CH3, this is CH, this one, double bond, C, CH3, CH3. So just whatever two compounds are given to you in the question, write their formulas and put oxygen atoms facing each other. Remove the oxygen atoms, just put a double bond at that point and write the compound CH3CH, CH3CH. This part I have written same, this part.